Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. This just happened last week. You can also find more information on Now This news. So I'm quite sure you guys are familiar about what happened at Central Park. So, black man was asked named Christian Cooper told a woman named Amy Cooper, pictured here, in Central Park to leash her dog, because that's the rule in Central Park. And she's complaining about and she's Amy said accused the man of threatening her and her dog. But whoa, I'm gonna hold the thing. I'll hold the. If you look right here, like right there, she is literally strangling her dog by the leash, and she is not realizing it, and she's just pissed off at being told by a black man to follow the rules, and she should have. Oh, this is just. I know this is painful for dog owners to see this, so yeah. So Christian dared her to call and she threatened to call the cops on him, and she go ahead, and he started recording. And look at what her dog's still doing. Yeah. She's just holding up her dog with a leash by the collar by the neck, and it's just. I don't know what the dog would be feeling right now. So here's a Christian.
Last night, and she was invited on this show. She's invited to on this show at any time. And this is a statement to CNN. Amy Cooper said, "I think I was just scared." She wanted to publicly apologize to everyone. I'm not a racist. I did not mean.
So Amy has said this. I was just scared. I just wanted to publicly apologize, and yeah, she called out 911, and she was saying in a panicky, raspy voice, I'm being threatened by an African American, and he's trying to threaten me and my dog. She was lying. And this is her reply after she was caught lying. I think I was just scared. I just wanted to publicly apologize to everyone. I'm not a racist, and I did not mean to harm that man in any way. I don't mean to harm to the African American community. And now, guess what? And basically, he said no. And an interviewer, Don Lennon, does not agree either. No. What I'm actually concerned about is people are actually starting to concern about about racism stuff now. Because I'll start with the black community. Segregation, slavery, and being second in your own country. That was the stuff that was happening way back in when Europe basically took over Africa, you know, and they moved to USA and Canada. I just feel bad for, like, you know, especially with the like shootings that are like have been happening since you know, way back in the 1900s. Cause and then especially those it's usually like the white cops who are like doing it, and by white cops I mean the bad white cops who are like, you know, yeah, there are white, and those are the cops that make the like the white cops who actually know how to do their job, and like wouldn't, like, you know, shoot someone like dead, and they would actually like sort of, you know, either chat it out, or, you know, they wouldn't go violent. Yeah. So there have been like people who are like doing the George Floyd challenge, and there have been people like there's like white people who are like acting it out, and yeah, anyone who does that, I'm just going to stick up the middle finger right at you, and I wish them hell. Yeah. And then Mexican people, yeah. Viewed as terrorists and bad people. And then these are words spoken by Donald Trump. And that got people thinking all Mexicans are bad. But no, Mexican Americans who are all already in the USA, yeah, they are hard. There are hard-working people. There are people who are lawyers, and you know, and you know, or do everyday jobs who, and they're actually good or even better than white people at it. So, yeah, it's a rude to call them out like that. And then now Asian community. So Asians have been basically helping North America, and helping build the intercolonial railway from the west coast to the east coast, and many people they were the ones who did the most dangerous jobs, and it is recording. And people didn't really care about like them, and they were like, you know, they didn't have the money to go back to China, Japan, or you know, wherever country they came over from to help build that railway. But and then when World War II started, so this focuses on sort of the Japanese Americans and Japanese Canadians. So as soon as World War II started, and Japan, you know, sided with Hitler, and you know, the Axis. You know, and then Japan took over all the east coast of Eastern Asia, and some parts of Australia. So the ones who were in North America, they got shamed, and those who were like already farming, and the ones who were farming were helping North America prosper. And usually I'm not a fan of Japanese people, but you know, due to the history. seriously, people need to actually know about like what Japan actually did back in the day, and instead of like just like anime and like and all that stuff. No, but yeah, so they got put in like like little camps, sort of like and sort of like residential schools with the Aboriginal people. And then when World War II ended, they got sat down, but they got only one family got their farm back, and slowly years went by, and people starting to get their farms back. And then now, yeah, but when Asians came over from there, even after from after World War II and the Korean War and any other wars. And basically anyone who was a Chinese, Malaysian, Mongolian, Korean, Japanese, Thailand, Singapore, Russian, Indonesian, Indian, those, yeah. Even though people learn to speak English and try to fit in, the people all are being racist to them. So yeah. So black people have had already been able to vote, and women were already allowed to vote, and then Asians were sort of looked down upon, and then fast forward to now, and with coronavirus, and when the coronavirus started, Asians were just wearing masks, because you're supposed to, because the air you breathe in, if the coronavirus is there the particles are in there, yeah, you get the coronavirus 2 weeks 2 weeks later, and yeah. So you don't breathe through your hands or feet. Although proper hygiene is still important. I don't know why people don't understand that. And then the Asian community are getting made fun of and getting hated on because people think coronavirus just because it came from China, and Disney think, oh, everyone from who's Asia is basically Chinese, and no, that isn't correct. I'll mention that in another video. So U.S. is still like a hot spot for coronavirus right now, and yeah. There have been European and Asian countries that have already gone through the coronavirus once and recovered, and then they're going through it again. Just because of the Asian, we get made fun of and hated on, and racist people like Donald Trump, they're just making it worse. So furthermore, I support basically anyone who's been a victim of racism, or been stabbed at, and then basically families and friends who have who know somebody who's a victim of racism or assault, killings. Yeah. So, all lives matter, equality for all. unite the world. Black lives matter, Asian lives matter, Mexican lives matter. All, you know. I'm not going to mention the LGBT community because, you know, there are some people, who, no matter what their gender are, they still have been racist to people, so, still gotta, that's all, folks. That's it. I'll see you in the next video.